Lesson 1. What is vagabonding? It's taking an extended time out from your normal life to travel the world on your own terms. Beyond travel, vagabonding is an uncommon outlook on life. It's a friendly interest in people, places, and things. It's about increasing our personal options instead of possessions. It's about gaining the courage to loosen our grip on the things we consider essential. And most importantly, it's about time, our only real commodity, and how we choose to use it. The time never seems right to travel. We stay rooted to our home and career and use the future as a phony ritual that justifies the present. As Henry David Thoreau put it, we spend the best part of one's life earning money in order to enjoy a questionable liberty during the least valuable part of it. It's time to take control of our circumstances instead of passively waiting for them to dictate our lives. Lesson 2. Earn your freedom. Rolf has met waiters, web designers, strippers, who can fund months of travel on a few weeks of work. You could even teach English, it's in high demand overseas. Rolf did this for 2 years in South Korea. Not only did it finance his adventures, but he learned about the Asian social customs as well. Now there's plenty of opportunities to freelance online from anywhere in the world. Check out Upwork.com. Also consider woofing. You work for 4 to 6 hours per day on a farm in exchange for a place to sleep, for food, and a life-changing experience. Check out wolfinternational.com. Even if your temporary work isn't your dream job, approach it with a positive attitude and you'll have a blast. Lesson 3. Keep it simple. The notion that material investment is somehow more important to life than personal investment is exactly what leads so many of us to believe we could never afford to go vagabonding. Vagabonding is not determined by income level, it's found through simplicity. The conscious decision of how to use what income you have. You have to change your habits. Save what little money you possess to meet the basic survival requirements, but spend your time lavishly on what you value. If you're in the process of saving to fund your travels, instead of eating at restaurants, cook at home and pack lunch. Entertain with family and friends at home rather than going out to the pub or the movies. And don't pack more than you need. Here's what Rolf packs in his travel backpack. Lesson 4. The media demonizes foreign lands. The discoveries that come with travel are the purest form of education, but unfortunately the media tends to make places seem more dangerous than they really are. They demand your attention more than giving you an accurate picture of the world. Just as day-to-day American life is characterized by gun battles and car chases, life overseas is not as dangerous as you're led to think. Despite the media demonizing Syria as a rogue state, Rolf traveled to Syria in 2000 and experienced nice home-cooked dinners, spontaneous neighborhood tours, and tea-shop backgammon games. Lesson 5. Be a traveler, not a tourist. Not many people stray from the usual travel routes. Tourist attractions are defined by their collective popularity, and popularity tends to devalue the original experience of attractions. Remember that as a vagabonder, you're not constrained to the rules and routines set by society. If the lineup to see the Eiffel Tower is too long, well then feel free to head off and take a random bus into the nearby mountains. Vagabonders see their surroundings, whereas tourists superficially look at attractions. Paul Theroux said, "Tourists don't know where they've been. Travelers don't know where they're going." Lesson 6. Understand cultural differences. It's important to understand people from different cultures view you differently. Be friendly and don't manipulate people. Staying with locals is the best way to learn about the local culture and traditions. Rolf met a Canadian woman who just travelled to a remote Syrian Catholic monastery. She refused the monks' offers to join the daily church service. This is considered rude by the monks. Rolf goes on to say, "Interestingly, one of the initial impediments to open-mindedness is not ignorance but ideology. This is especially true in America, where, particularly in progressive circles, we have politicized open-mindedness to the point that it isn't so open-minded anymore. Indeed, regardless of whether your sympathies lean to the left or the right, you aren't going to learn anything new if you continually use politics as a lens through which to view the world. Cling too fiercely to your ideologies, and you'll miss the subtle realities that politics can't address. You'll also miss a chance to learn from people who don't share your same worldview." Lesson 8. 7 valuable travel tips. Don't obsess over your schedule. Prepare but don't over-prepare. Ask locals for the richest form of advice and education. Moderate the time spent on your phone. The most economical places to go are Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Central America, and South America. The world is best experienced when you're not in a mad rush, so slow down. And lastly, you're bound to make travel mistakes and make a fool of yourself. Embrace it. Lesson 9. Let your spirit grow. Embracing the spiritual side of travel doesn't mean you need to put on a robe and lose your mind. It's about personal discovery and growth. Without all the rituals, routines, and possessions that give your life meaning back at home, you're forced to look for meaning within yourself. The final lesson. Coming home. When you come home from your journey, you'll be a changed person. As awesome as your life-changing travel experiences were, many of your friends back home will rarely be able to relate. A vagabonder named Jason told a story of how he got into a fight with a Javanese transvestite, swam with barracuda, and ate a spicy dog with rice. But his friends just stared at him with a glazed look in their eyes and said, wow. Then they'd go on about how they went to the local pub and hooked up with Sally from college again. Encounters like this will make you realize why travel should always be treated as a personal undertaking. Living the story is more important than telling it. Rolf isn't telling us not to post that Instagram of us climbing a banana tree in the Peruvian jungle, but just don't lose sight of the experience itself. To summarize, we learnt what vagabonding is, how to earn money on the road, to keep it simple, that the media demonizes foreign lands, to be a traveler, not a tourist, to understand cultural differences, 7 valuable travel tips, to let your spirit grow, and that you'll come home as a changed person. In the next video, we are going to learn the 22 immutable laws of marketing. That's right, every single one of them.